That would fit nicely into your costs as well. So that wasn't very clear for me.
For M2 Rock, I think their presentation was good overall. The idea was not bad. What didn't come out clearly was how, end of the day, the implementation was going to be done seamlessly. And I think for me, one key thing I picked out was their monitoring, how it was going to be done. They pretty much were looking at starting a project and then having to start monitoring it halfway through the project, which for me, I thought it didn't sit well.
I think they had a very structured presentation. The only problem was they didn't do an in-depth analysis of each of the points they had outlined. Again, I think the ideas they had presented were somehow fast-fetched. It's doable, but I think it requires more resources and more thought process and maybe difficult to implement.
Tiger's presentation, the project they came up with was excellent. Something very doable, very practical, a project that anytime, any day, we would back with resources to make it a reality. And the fact that the sources and the statistics, information they gave around why they decided to choose that particular project was very, very viable, and which is something I think they did very well. The only thing I did not like about Tiger's presentation was they did not have an implementation plan.
Archers, the idea, I think, lacked a bit of substance, was more of a good to have and not a need per se. It didn't really address what the problem of child absenteeism from school was. It was more of a social package of some sort. So I think that they also needed to do some work. We didn't even get to see what their financials looked like. And the presentation style also I thought was off track.
The Archers, they missed the point. They didn't get it. Their presentation and the project they came up with was an add-on and cannot be considered as a project on its own.
Archers, they lacked a clear thought process, and so the presentation was all over the place. And for me, that didn't quite make it. I could see a lot of passion coming through though. That was a good thing that sort of came across in the presentation. So on the whole, I thought that Tiger was certainly made it in my mind.
You might have counted 3 unique presentations, digital change-making tasks that have been presented right here at Tigo. But what I saw are options or suggestions or ideas that can change lives and influence society in a very, very positive way. The challenge is a British Council Ghana initiative proudly sponsored by Ghana's coolest mobile telecommunications network, that's Tigo. And this season, Tigo is asking you to drop that yam and get yourself something cooler, something smarter, something that you can put Deezer on and enjoy unlimited music. Get yourself the Samsung Young 2 from any Tigo distribution network, any Tigo sales shop, any Tigo, anywhere that you find the Tigo umbrella. Just get there, tell them you want Samsung Young 2 mobile phone, and trust me, you will love that phone. And you could get even up to 100% discount. Let's also say a very, very special thank you to UMB, to Second Image Beauty Academy, to Yorks Investment, not forgetting Vitamilk, and our 3 sponsoring universities, the Robert Gordon in Aberdeen, Scotland, the University of Salford in Manchester, and the University of Northumbria in Newcastle. So we'll come your way again in that eviction room. My name is GQ. This has been